Hello everyone, I'm Rachel from the Innisfil Idea Lab and Library, and in today's TinkerShop tutorial, we're going to learn how to create a hand helper in TinkerCAD. TinkerCAD is a free online website, and you can access it at tinkercad.com. Now remember to always click subscribe to our YouTube videos to get all the new updates on our wonderful TinkerShops. So in TinkerCAD, we're just going to do a brief introduction. I suggest using a mouse when you are using this website. When you're using your left key, that's for you to select, move your object. You can even resize it by clicking on these white dots and dragging them, or you can make it shorter or taller. Now, the right-handed button on your mouse, if you click and hold that, that can change your view. You can get different ways of looking at your object. Now, let's get started. I'm going to begin with a fresh platform here, and anything that's designed on this platform will be captured. If you put it off to the side here, it will not be captured. And we're going to be using a few tools here over to our left. We're going to be using a few tools over here on our right-hand toolbar, and you can scroll through and see a bunch of shapes. We're also going to be using our text tools. So I'm going to click this drop-down menu, and I'm going to select text. I'm going to take our text and place it onto our platform here. In this box here, you can actually highlight it and you can put in any kind of words or letters that you'd like. But today, for creating our hand helper, we're going to use the letter P. I'm also going to change the font because I kind of want just a straight version of it. I'm going to go over to my object now, and we're going to make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to click on this white dot and drag it and make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to move it over. And you can see right here, this is where our handle is going to be. We're going to then extend our P, and this is going to be our pointer, and then we're going to make another hook here. And this will help grab any latches or hooks when you're trying to open up doors. So I'm just going to make our P just a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to go back over to our right-hand toolbar, and I'm going to click on the drop-down menu, and I'm going to select Basic Shapes. I'm going to click and now drag over a red box onto this platform. I'm going to drop it, and I'm going to make it a little bit wider because I'm going to connect it to the bottom of the P here. And I'm going to extend it a little bit more out. Now it's not leveled, and you can actually squish it by clicking this white dot and kind of doing your best to line them up. Okay. So we can see that is overlapped. I want to now connect these two pieces. So I'm going to draw a box around my whole objects, and you can see everything selected now. And then I'm going to go up to this option over here, and it's called Group. You can also do a Control-G, but when you hit Group, it now becomes one object. Now have a look around, make sure you can see that there's a little mark here, but I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. Next, we're going to use another square, and I'm going to create the handle grabber that's going to come down and kind of into a little hook here. So I'm going to drag another box over to the platform, and I'm going to make it nice and skinny. And I'm just going to place it right here. Actually, I'm going to move it up a hair. You can see it's a little bit taller than our actual object, and that's okay. I'm going to now lengthen it, and I'm going to make it a little bit shorter. There we go. You can see right now that's my handle grabber. I'm going to also make sure it's overlapping my P because there's nothing worse than grouping something and then you realize it's not fully connected. I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. You can also have the options to type in the dimensions right here. So I'm going to draw another square all over everything, and then I'm going to go up to that option and group it together. Okay. And now I'm going to use a couple of triangles here because I'm going to create a small hook. We're going to scroll down on our right-hand toolbar, and I'm just going to grab, it's called the roof, but I'm going to change it. So I'm going to change my view again, and I'm just going to rotate it. So let's get in there. And I'm just going to rotate it on its side at 90 degrees. I'm going to lift it up. You can see it's right at the platform. I'm going to move it over. So now, instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it again. And I'm going to use my arrows for this one, just move it a hair. Or I can extend it. We're also going to shrink it down to make it just fit within our handle here. Make it a little bit bigger. And I'm also going to make a copy of this as soon as I get it kind of proportioned to where I want. Command C and a Command V, and that is copy and paste. And I'm just going to make another one. So I'm just going to get a line up here and kind of do a little thing for my hook. Okay, now that we have everything on there, I'm going to zoom out and I'm just going to draw a big square around everything again. And I'm going to group it together. And you'll notice it groups properly because it's got all these areas here. Now, there's a few areas I'd like to clean up. Now, I'm going to go up to the top here on my right-hand toolbar, use my shapes, and I'm going to click and drag the box over because we can kind of see this little part right here isn't that straight, but this is a way that you can kind of cut this piece off. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hold down Shift this time and select my handle. Ooh, I'm going to change that. I'm going to hold down Shift and select my P here. If you want to get really creative, you can also personalize this for the 3D printer. So I'm going to go back up to my drop-down menu here, and I'm going to go back to text. I'm going to select text over here, and I'm just going to type in, you can put your name, you can put anything you want. You can see right now that our text is very big, so I'm going to click on our one little white dot here, and I'm going to shrink it down. You can kind of see that it's starting to become a thing. So I'm going to move it over. Now you can either have it sticking out of your object. Here, let's zoom in a bit. It kind of stick out just a little bit by clicking it up and raising it, or you can turn it into a hole and it'll actually make it transparent, kind of like being engraved into it instead. So you can either have it raised or you can turn it into a hole and it will be engraved. So I'm going to just group it together and you can see what it looks like when it's kind of imprinted in it. There you go. And there you go. You've got your personal protection equipment for a hand helper, and this will help you be able to hit, this will be able to help you open up door handles without touching them, or access or pushing the buttons for keypads. So again, I'm Rachel from the Innisfil Idea Lab and Library, and that is a quick tutorial on how to create a hand helper for 3D design using TinkerCAD. Thanks, and have a great day.